it is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on S3. Well, our next guest is a Summer Award nominee. He's a singer, songwriter, a multi-instrumentalist and music producer. He's essentially a jack of all trades when it comes to music, and he is our special performer for your Friday morning. But let's take a sneak peek at some of his work.
To tell you about the way I feel, it's gonna be real. I feel you near, you have to be real. You've got to be true, you have to be true. The world means nothing without you. It's time to be true, you'll be there soon. You've got to be true.
Such a unique voice, ladies and gentlemen. Howie Combrink on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Can we give him a warm Expresso welcome? There we go. We rented a crowd for you today.
It's such a vibey studio. It's really awesome, man. Yeah.
Do you feel awake enough? Have you had your coffee? Is that your morning routine?
Yes, absolutely. We're up blank early this morning. I've learned now with Expresso, you got to sing in the morning, so get up at 3 a.m.
Okay.
And start singing then.
Yes.
Irritate everyone in the hotel.
Okay, just so that by the time your first performance comes, the vocal cords are all warmed up.
It's technically halfway through the day already.
Okay. Well, I love how you're a jack of all trades when it comes to the music industry, being able to do so many different things. Did your upbringing have a lot to do with that?
Yes, I grew up in a studio. My father was a producer, record maker, musician in the Air Force as well, way back when. So I was always surrounded by gear and instruments, you know, and I think it doesn't feel like I was ever introduced to it. It just feels like it was always there. You know, there was a studio at the house, and I just started messing around as a young man, and slowly but surely built it up into my own business now, which is the Hit Lab, you know.
And that is incredible. And I mean, you're also coming from a very successful group, Watershed, where you guys have won numerous awards. What was that like? You know, I think a lot of people are so set in their comfort zone. They know that this is working for them right now. But for you to step away and carve a pavement for, or pave way for yourself, was that an easy journey?
No, not at all. I must be honest. It was really difficult because first and foremost, I love the band guys. They've become family to me over the last 10 years, and we've done so much together. But you know, I needed to sort of branch out and actually start pursuing the solo thing in its fullest, and you know, get the songs that I'd written out and do the things I want to do, you know, and be proactive in communities and focus more on that.
Yeah.
So it's an exciting but daunting journey, not new, but it feels new, which is great.
That is great, because that will always keep you on your toes, and that will always keep you, you know, doing more and continue to do so. And you mentioned, you know, getting involved in the community. You've been working with the non-profit RADA.
Yes.
What does RADA stand for, and what's been your role towards, you know, supporting them and lending your voice?
So RADA stands for, it's an acronym, Rape, Alcohol, Drugs and Abuse, and that is exactly what we do. We try and create awareness around these things, you know. With my new single now, I See You, that's exactly what it is. We've got a female character in the video that's portraying someone who's had a life of abuse, but now rebuilding herself and taking that self-responsibility and finding a place to actually be able to speak about things, you know. But on the bigger scale, what RADA does is we adopt communities and like homes, orphanages, old age homes, that sort of stuff. And my job is to make music that ultimately turns around, generates royalties. We get these royalties, and we're able to then take these royalties and proactively make a difference at one of the 18 homes that RADA has adopted and does look after. So that's basically what we do.
That is incredible. I mean, that is such a great way for you, you know, to give back into the community, and for them to already have 18 homes. And here's to hoping, you know, that they continue to have all of these homes to be able to help those in need. Now, Howie, you've released your new single I mean, I think this is the question most of us dread being asked, and now I'm about to ask you, but what other projects have you got lined up as we get into the new year 2022? I hate asking this question, but it's a relevant one.
I'm going to be putting out a lot of music this year. You know, the beauty of my job as well, being a record producer, is that there's constantly music going out, you know, with various artists and stuff. So that's the exciting thing. There's always music rolling out. So that is the plan. And, you know, to focus on on working more proactively with the communities, like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That is something I really want to do. But for me, at the moment, it is music and RADA, really. And I mess around with technology as well. I'm sort of studying in that world, and I want to try and find a way to merge technology with creativity and the work we do with RADA.
Yeah. Well, being a producer, do you find the quality of music has increased? I mean, to me, it sounds like it's just dramatically exploded since the lockdown. It's like the artists had time to just regroup and rethink.
Absolutely, and even having great conversations with a lot of my friends, a lot of them, exactly what you just said. Lockdown forced us to be in our homes and not tour, because artists are always on the road, and the road is a distraction. So I think being at home allowed people to really find their zone and just write music and write things that maybe are a little bit more heartfelt and come from the heart, at least in my own experience.
And that's how we're experiencing it too on the airwaves. Well, Howie, it is great having you here. Howie Combrink on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We have the audience here today for him, and he's going to be performing for you, so don't go anywhere.